Grace as an agency has been around about 36 years, but we've been doing Christmas Cottage for about 27 years. The way we do Christmas Cottage is different than a lot of other places. We came up with the idea of a self-select Christmas Cottage, and we do it this way to make sure that everyone in the family can have an opportunity to celebrate this holiday season in a way that fits with their community and their culture and their family traditions.
Most of the families we serve are working, and that's a surprise to some people in the community. The difference between us and the families that we serve is a lot of us can make up for that in January and February and get back on our feet. Our families, who often live paycheck to paycheck, have a harder time doing that. And so by coming to the Christmas Cottage, not only do they get to provide for their family at this special time of year, but it also puts them in a position to where in January and February they can still afford the main needs of their family, including rent and utilities and things like that.
This is my second year at the Christmas Cottage. It helps tremendously. I am a full-time college student. I only work part-time, so I don't have a whole lot of money to get my children Christmas gifts, and so it helps so much.
I have been involved with Grace Christmas Cottage for 11 years, and we set up like a store, so these families get to pick out exactly what they want for their children. We don't tell them or just hand them anything. I get to see the interaction of the families and the volunteers, and there is not a day that goes by that a volunteer is not crying or a family is not crying. So just seeing the gratitude every single day is just amazing.
Nos ayudan a toda la comunidad y pues de gracias a Grace.
They help the entire community, and thank you to Grace, my children now have toys. The people that have helped me are very nice, and they know how to understand the people that really need it.
This is my 17th cottage. I've been blessed to see us grow from a tiny operation to what we are today, and this year we may serve up to 700 families, which to me is staggering. One of my favorite stories to tell happened one year when we were in a very small cottage. We were standing outside, and it was about 7:30 at night, and the client only spoke Spanish. We kept asking, "Are you going to need a ride home?" And she said, "No, my ride will come." And so standing there talking to her, anyway, the translator kept talking to her, and she said, at one point, it was very hard to choose a family gift because, and she ended up with the pots and pans because she really needed a blanket. But she said it will get warmer, and that just broke my heart. That somebody was choosing an item because they knew at some point they wouldn't need a blanket. So obviously they ended up with a blanket also, and several other things. We happened to be at a location. We had access to socks and a couple jackets, which Grace will give a client otherwise. But sometimes they don't open up enough that you realize exactly how desperate their situation is. And I think that part of what we enjoy about the cottage is our volunteers do spend time with the clients to find out if their needs are more than just their kids on the paper.
I have been involved at the Grace Christmas Cottage for 10 years. Our community in North Texas, in this Grapevine area, is so incredibly generous. We see them open up their hearts. We see them open up just the essence of who they are and give to the community. It just makes you so happy. You walk away every day knowing that you have given a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness, and a peace of mind to these clients, and that's everything.
One of the things that Grace is so uniquely different than a lot of other organizations in town is the fact that we have an amazing and supportive community. We could not do Christmas distribution the way it's being done right now without hundreds and thousands of hours from our community. The fact that we have so many people here who are willing to contribute their time, that allows us to spend even more time with these families and these clients. So as we do self-select distribution, that's not an easy task, and most organizations are not able to fulfill their Christmas obligation that way because they just don't have the numbers of people to help. But here at Grace, we're very, very blessed, and that allows us to create an even bigger experience and really preserve the dignity of that family and allowing them to take the time that they'd like to select just that right toy for their family or their family gift. So it's really only because we live in this amazing community and have such strong support that we're able to do this program the way we do it.